Hi, this is John Connell. I'm the Global Artist Ambassador for FENIX 360, and I'm joined today by the comedian Detroit Red. Hey, Detroit, how are you, man?
Hey, what's good, John? I'm great. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing real good. Better now that I'm hooking up with you. Hey, listen, I wanted to share with the people some of the work that you've got up on YouTube, and take a little sample here. And when we get back, I'd love to hear your journey of becoming a comedian. Sound good?
Oh yeah,
All right, appreciate
definitely.
you. Okay, everybody, tune in and enjoy Detroit Red.
Detroit. I don't even use a GPS to get around no more. I just coordinated everything with a pothole in Detroit. Tonight, you would have thought, if you're coming from the east side, you would take 94 to the lodge or Jefferson, depending on where you're at, you go to the lodge. Not me. I hit a pothole on Shane and Larner and landed right in the parking lot. I don't waste no gas. When I leave here, I'm going to hit the one right there on 8.5 in Greenfield, and that's going to put me right back at the crib. I'm gas efficient around here. The only problem is every time I hit a pothole, because my truck is so old and rusty, I lose 10%. So I got about 4 more trips left before I have nothing but a seat and a steering wheel.
Hey, Red, man, you're a gas. So tell me, how did it begin, man? How did you become a comedian?
Oh wow. Actually, it kind of was a sad start to my comedy career. My parents passed in 1998, 6 months apart. So I was about 24 then, and my cousin actually took me to my first live open mic talent night comedy show.
Huh.
And one of the comedians, local comedians here, just had me crying, laughing. And it was like something hit me like, if this guy could do this, maybe you should give this a try. So I asked my cousin, well, how do I get on stage? And she told me the process. And I went back the next week. And at that time, Bill Clinton had got his fellatio incident in the White
Mhm.
House, and I didn't know nothing about writing a joke, so I just went up there and started talking about that, and the people was laughing, and oh my God, it's 23 years later.
How about it, man? That is a hell of a journey. And certainly starting with that bit was great. And of course, sorry about your folks passing. I'm sure that was difficult at the
Oh,
time. But
thank you. Yes,
but it's interesting, Red, out of these kinds of moments of adversity is sadness. Sometimes, that's when we actually develop or break out some form of creativity in order to get through that tough space. That certainly grief is one of those things where laughter is the best medicine for, isn't it?
yes, yes. I actually have a say all the time: laugh hard, live longer,
That
because
sounds
laughter is
like a
healing.
mantra. Yeah, that's right. It's healing, man.
Yes.
you know and there's something also beautiful about comedy in general, and just it's that relatability, things that we do as human beings that are so absurd, that when comedians like you bring it to attention and also self-deprecatingly point to themselves when they make errors or whatever, it's so relatable, it's so funny, man, you do it so well.
Yeah, well, that's the joy of doing comedy, is that you get to express to other people that, hey, you're not the only one that go through these crazy moments in life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm experiencing it too. And a lot of times I've had people tell me, just in hearing some of the material and, like you say, being able to relate, it's been healing for them, and them being able to deal with a similar situation,
Right.
because they hearing somebody else express it. They don't feel alone in that. And it's funny. You bring humor to it. They make, to be able to laugh at a problem is really is a great thing in
It's a
getting
blessing,
problem
right?
solved.
Yes, it
Yeah.
absolutely is. And it seems to me like if we didn't have that ability, you know what I mean, that these challenges and problems and pain would compound to the extent that there would be no release. Laughter is this release, and
Yes.
I mean, I so enjoy it, and I so enjoy comedy and comedians, and I have so much respect for the courage that it takes to be in front of a crowd, and sometimes a tough crowd, And probably in Detroit, you have a couple of tough crowds too, but
Oh
also
yeah,
really
oh yeah.
big-hearted crowds as well, and always a nice mix, I bet.
They hard critics here in Detroit. They don't play about their comedy. They don't care who you are. If everybody remember, one of the greats, love him to death, Dave Chappelle. He
Uh-huh.
had his moment here in Detroit, and he talked about it. You know, he addressed it in one of his specials. Detroit is they do not play. You better be funny, or you gonna get talked about yourself. And
Yeah.
and that's real.
And you got to have a thick skin, huh? So let me ask this question then, Detroit Red. How about some of the other comedians? You mentioned Dave Chappelle. Did you grow up with any comedians that you felt like, you followed or inspired you?
Well, I was always, I come from the, Eddie Murphy genre.
Uh-huh.
Richard Pryor was still, he was doing big movies at that point. He wasn't doing like stand up, but of course, Richard Pryor. And then I got the pleasure of hearing some of Red Fox's earlier works. So I was a
Uh-huh.
big fan of him. And then Bernie Mac was another comic that I've always enjoyed
I love
and
all
looked
those
up to.
guys.
And Dave Chappelle.
Yeah. And they're all brilliant, man.
Yes.
And they all have their specific kind of like styles um and comedic genius, really. So I'm glad I'm a fan too of everyone you mentioned, and I love watching you too, Detroit Red. It's
Thank you.
really a pleasure. And so I'm looking forward to having you on our platform, Phoenix 360. And do you have anything that is coming up right now that you want to present or promote that you might be working on?
Well, if you in the Detroit or Metro Detroit area here in Michigan, every Friday and Saturday, I actually host 8 o'clock show at the Starters Bar and Grill on
Cool.
Plymouth and Southfield inside the Skyline Room, Tony Roney's Comic Vibe Comedy Club. So come out. We feature some of the best comedians from around the state and out the country. And show starts at 8. They got great food. And yeah, I do that. You can find me there every weekend, or just follow me, Comedian Detroit Red, on Facebook. I do a lot of live blogs and stuff on there too.
That sounds good. Well, we'll definitely tune into that. Great to visit with you, Detroit Red. Okay, everybody, tune in Detroit Red's social media channels that you'll find below our interview, and look for them coming up on Phoenix 360. And thanks for making us laugh, Detroit Red. You be well, man. Thank
Hey,
you.
thanks for having me. It's an honor. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too. Thanks, buddy. You take good care. Enjoy.
Yes, yes.
Peace.
Detroit Red Show. 7 o'clock. Ba-da-ba. What up, everybody? Welcome to the Detroit Red Show. That's right, it's Saturday, it's 7 o'clock, and it's time for the Detroit Red Show with me, your boy, the one and only comedian Detroit Red, coming to you with our first episode live from YouTube. So if you're clicking in, also on Periscope as well. I want to say what's up to my Periscope viewers. You're getting a full live behind the scenes shot of what the Detroit Red Show looked like. You're getting the raw version.